Today we are going to review the Logitech G502 gaming mouse, which has more buttons than I have fingers. Come on guys, you're meant to laugh. Where is the laugh at? Anyway, I'll be sectioning this video into 4 parts: specs, pros, cons, and then finally we'll get onto my overall conclusion of this device. So starting off with the first spec of this device, and that is the fact that you can put weights in your actual mouse. You can interchange them. It comes with several weights that are all the same weight, and you can place them any position in the mouse and you can take them in and out, which is a pretty nice feature to have for a mouse. It has 11 buttons, so that's one more than you guys' fingers, although some people do have extra ones. Actually, let's not even get into that. This device costs £40, which is pretty decent for a gaming mouse. This is only currently because it is a discount, but it should be wavering around this price range for quite a while. It's got no automatic mouse acceleration. However, if you do want it, you just press the button. But we'll talk about mouse acceleration a little bit later. And the final spec is the fact that it has a partner app that you can use to change up settings and any color features that you want with this device. You can always change that in the Logitech app. So that's just a nice addition. So let's start off with the first positive of this device. The first positive of this device is the buttons, especially these 2 side buttons over here. These 2 are my most used buttons apart from the click and aim in, the main 2. But these 2 are one of my most used buttons. I usually bind them to my utility. And basically it just makes the whole reaction process so much faster, because instead of pressing the number on my keyboard, which I need to reach, is right next to me. So it reduces the time it takes for me to react to things and for me to actually put things in motion on my screen. And because of this, I felt like I have an additional bonus and an unfair advantage against people that have it on the actual keyboard, because they need to waste seconds touching that button over there while I've already pressed it 10 seconds ago. So I really feel like this is a really cool feature, a really good addition. And especially with FPS games where everything to do with timing is really important, this just gives you that added bonus that you really do need, especially if you're as bad as me. Any additional bonus, just take it easily. Grab it. Don't get me wrong, this can also be used for day-to-day use. As I said, you can change any of these keybinds in the app, and you could change one of these buttons, for example, to open a Word document if you wanted to. So it can be used for average use if you're, again, not buying this for gaming. However, I do feel like you'll get the most out of it if you are gaming with it. Next positive about this device is actually the build quality and how secure and durable it is. I must say that it does feel very secure. Even the magnet that's holding the weights together are really secure. I've never had it fall out randomly, which is so great, and I'm so glad they invested in putting good magnets that keep it nice and secure so it doesn't fall out, and it's really durable as well. Guys, if you don't know me, I play on a really low sense, so that means I'm doing a lot of banging with my mouse, because my mouse goes like this and then goes back down and bangs on it. So it's doing a lot of that consistently, and I haven't heard any ricketing or any breaks or anything like that, because I've been doing this for 4 months straight and I haven't had any problems. I know eventually something's gonna happen, but right now it's smooth sailing, and I'm really appreciating that this mouse can handle my aggressive gaming style. Even the design, it looks pretty rigid and durable, to be honest. But don't get me wrong, it's still really comfortable to the touch, really ergonomic, really just slips right in my hand, really comfortable while I use it, because it just, all my fingers just fit in the right places. Even where the side buttons is, my thumb's just there, so it's just a casual movement of moving up and down. It's just a really nice touch. But again, this was surprising because usually mice tend to be a little bit too small for me. I look like a giant when I'm holding a mouse. But with this, it kind of fits perfectly. I feel like this is more suited for people with bigger hands since it's just got so much space. But that's fantastic on that part. And now it's time for the next positive. Next positive is the price to performance. You're getting a highly responsive mouse, amazing build quality, and a durable one at a £40 price range. I would say that if you're actually buying it right now while it's still currently £40, it would definitely be a steal in my opinion, since it's so hard to find good quality mice that are reliable this day and age. So much big brands just create absolute garbage and just sell it out to us. It would definitely be a steal for the price you're paying. However, the chances of this increasing in the near future after January passes is highly likely. It'll probably go back to like £60 or something like that. But still, it's not too far off. And now the final positive, I know it may be cheap, but the sound, it sounds nice. I'm a guy that likes sound and it sounds pretty decent. All the buttons have a decent click to it, which is nice to have. It doesn't have any echoey sounds and everything's kind of satisfying. But obviously I don't get to hear it much because I have noise cancelling headphones when I game. But when I do hear it, do some casual Word docs or something like that, doing some chill work, I can hear it and it feels a little bit satisfying. But you know, it's kind of a cheap positive in my opinion. But yeah, now it's time for the negatives, things I didn't like about this device and things that I want to improve in a future model. Okay, the first negative is the accelerator position. As I said previously, it has an accelerator button and the accelerator button is placed on the side. And because I'm always in intense situations, I accidentally press it and then immediately it throws off my aim because all of a sudden my DPI changes to like 1800 and I'm running across the screen. It's very easy to change this, however, just go in the Logitech app and you can change it. So it's preset, mine's 800. So whenever you press the button, nothing happens. However, at first, when I first got this mouse, I don't read instructions. I don't do anything of the sort. So I just go straight into the game. And I lost quite a few games because my mouse was screaming across the map. It was flipping crazy. But now that's sorted. But just a little alarm for you guys that are planning to buy this mouse. At least change the DPI so it's not flipping accelerating all across the screen. But this button placement was definitely one of the more annoying things about this mouse. Another disadvantage of this mouse is the wire. I know it looks fine now, but that's because it's kind of been worn into. Before, it was very rigid and very tough to move, and this was annoying because I'm again always moving this mouse. So when it's fighting me, literally fighting me mid-game, it just gets very stressful and kind of annoying. But recently I kind of found a golden point where it doesn't really do that anymore. But at the beginning, when you first buy it, it does feel a little bit stiff and you kind of have to move around it, put a little bit more energy in your mouse movement when it's actually freshly purchased. Like, for example, the first month, the first 2 weeks, just depends how much of a loser you are and how much you play games, to be honest. And the final thing is another kind of cheap one, but I can't talk for everyone else, but one of my friends that use my mouse has quite small hands, and because of that, they kind of struggled to use the mouse and took them a while to get adjusted to it. But obviously, this might just be for everyone, but they had a especially troubling time with it. But apart from that, this mouse is pretty good. So now, it's time for the conclusion of this device. In conclusion, I would recommend this device again and again and again, especially at this price range. It's an amazing mouse. Even if it was £60, it will still be an absolutely fabulous mouse. Very reliable, very durable. 100% recommend. So you're getting positive points all around. It gets my seal of approval. You don't really get that all the time, do you? But yeah, that's the end of the video. Please consider liking, subscribing, supporting the channel. We want to get to 500 subscribers at some point. There's no due date now because I don't think we're going to make it. But I definitely want to get to 500 subscribers. Hopefully we can make it to this goal and support the channel. Thanks guys, and yeah, bye.